What's up, guys? This is NLW bringing you another. This one is a discussion video this time by. I'm finally going to be showing off the newer things that I've gotten here with these last couple of weeks. Before I get started, though, be sure to watch the video, leave a like, comment, subscribe, hit up that notification bell, follow me on Twitter at SolarFlame2011. Be sure to check out my YouTube videos. I do a playlist, and be sure everything I said, it does help a lot. I always appreciate the support and feedback. So this video, I got some exciting stuff to share with you. But before I get into talking with that, let me just say how much better of a setup this is. You know, this is personally, I think, the new setup for the discussion videos here in my room. I like it, actually. You know, I don't have to pull out a bunch of stuff, and, you know, I don't have to forcefully turn off my fan to where you guys don't hear me when it's on. But I have some very exciting stuff to show you. Pokémon Black. It's in the container here. I played this game all last week, and I've got 7 gym badges. I have a good team of Pokemon that I'm working well with. You know, it has definitely done a really great job, and I will be so happy when I can beat this game, and I really want to. You know, Unova is my favorite region for a big reason, and that's because of Victini. We all know how much I love the little guy and how much I talk about him. But Pokemon Black is definitely worth the $19. This actually... Oh no, where'd it go? Uh-oh. Where the heck did it go? I hope it didn't go under my bed. Seriously, where the heck did it go? Oh, there we go. Found it. It was by a wheel on my bed. But definitely worth the 19 bucks that I was able to get this off of eBay, and it's in brand new condition. For $19 for this game, which is normally about a $75 to $150 game from 2010, I'd say this game was totally worth getting. Obviously, I need a job before I get anything else, but, you know, this was worth it, and maybe someday I could make a video or get, like, maybe show gameplay footage of it maybe sometime. But, you know, it's very, very fun, and I'd say it's one of the most fun games I've played in the last couple of years. That is not Gran Turismo. It's so much fun. Like, at first I was a little nervous, you know. It is very hard, though. It is a very challenging game. At the start, you know, Snivy is probably the worst starter you could have in the game, even though that's what I chose because I like Snivy more than the other two of Oshawott and Tapeg. But I think choosing Snivy to have a good challenge in the very beginning of the game was definitely worth it, because it actually has made, yeah, it is a little stressful, but it has made the game more fun because I'm not cakewalking it. You know, I'm not making it look super duper easy. You know, it's very, very tough. Here it is much. Where is it? Oh, guess you can't see it. Here we go. There's a closer look at it. It's a little blurry, but that's okay. Very fun. And if you have a 3DS or a DS, highly would recommend it. I know you need a stylus for one part of the game, and I didn't realize that I couldn't find the stylus anywhere, so I was struggling to find it, and I never did. So I grabbed a pen out of a storage closet out in the other room, out by the living room in the dining room slash kitchen, and we have pens. So I was able to use a pen to use it as like a stylus, and it worked. I was surprised, but you can actually use pens as like a stylus in a way, which is, I find very cool. I started freaking out because I'm like, oh shoot, I don't know where the stylus is, so I have to go get a pen, and I start freaking out like, I can't continue the game unless I have a stylus. And then I come to the realization that I could just use a pen, but just not have the ink out, like where you hit the little button or take off the lid lid, and writing, like with the little button pens, like you press the button and it comes up, and then you press it again and it comes out, you know. That's all you really have to do, is just have a pen like that and not have it like able to write so you can use it. Otherwise, you're going to be writing all over the DS and 3DS, and I'm sure you wouldn't feel too good about that, and ruining something that is worth lots of money. So, very fun, very challenging though, but very much worth it in the end. I got one other thing that I've been waiting to talk about in a video of its own for so long. Victini Pokemon card. I love it. Every time I look at this, I smile. It makes me smile because I just love Victini to death. Like, I would sacrifice myself to save his life if it came down to that. Like, I just love him so very much. This was not crazy expensive. This is actually a Black Star promo card, and I actually had to look up where you can find those. You actually really can't find them much in stores. You mainly find them in special packs and special events. You know, that's about really where you would really find one of these. And honestly, I got it for a really good price. It was under like it was under $5, I know, but it was so worth it in the end. And it sits on my TV stand, my bookshelf, and it sits on my phone stand where the Pichu Pokemon card originally sat, but now it sits on my M&M vending machine that I got from Vegas 8 years ago. So it's very cool. I am big into collecting Pokemon cards. I have 10 on my dresser that I got from an arcade, and I have the Pichu one that you guys obviously have known about, and I have talked about on this channel. And you know, but this is the only Victini merch I have, and I want to get so much more. I want a t-shirt, I want a plush, I want a Jack specific figure. I want him in the Pokemon games. I want him so bad. I've already got my Pokemon card. I've already put the t-shirt, the Jack specific figure, and the plush on my Christmas list this year. And believe it or not, that's about the only things that I put on the list for my Secret Santa drawing that we're going to do eventually. So very much looking forward to that. Hoping it's not my brother or my dad, because I know they are not going to get what I asked for. They're going to give me something absolutely ridiculous. Like my brother last Christmas drew me out of a hat, and he ended up getting me a Sonic onesie, and I look ridiculous with it on. It's under my bed, and I haven't worn it since like January. It's because it's also been pretty warm here, so it would be very uncomfortable to wear. I'm hoping I get my mom or my sister because they know what I like. And this little guy is what I'm really looking for on my Christmas list this year. I love him more than anything in the world. He is equal to my favorite video game series of all time, which is Gran Turismo. I love him that much. I would cry a river if I didn't have anything about it. Like, if Nintendo completely removed him from the Pokemon series, if, he died in the anime, which I know he didn't, because sadly, he only just appears to be in the Pokemon Black and White movies, and that's it, not in actual, episodes, like Weavile and Pichu and Gardevoir and Flareon and all my other favorites. Victini is the one that I care about so much more than anything. And he makes me so happy. Every time I look at him, he makes me so happy. I'm just blessed to have a character that always cheers me up when I'm down. Every time I look at this card, instant smile. Instant. Because it's something I really, really, really love. And that is my little broski, Victini. And, you just can't replace him. Victini is the one that I'm always going to be sticking with for the rest of my life. There's no question. He is the one that I will always be talking about from here on out. From May 27th, 2024. I don't even care if I'm 80 years old. I'm still gonna love this little guy. Because he's just... look at how cute he is. Don't you just want to give him a little hugs and stuff? He's so cute. He's so wonderful. He's very silly, too. He loves his macaroons, that's for sure. I've seen plenty of art of him eating macaroons or just staring at them. Or hoarding macaroons. He is something special. And I'm always going to love the little dude so much. I will defend him as hard as I can for the rest of my life. I actually had somebody say that, that he was alright, but he was whatevs or whatever, and someone was like, Kroagunk is better. Well, you know what? Let me enjoy what I love. Okay? You don't have to like Victini. You can like Kroagunk all you want, but do not ruin it for me, for the passion that I have and the happiness that Victini brings to me every time I think of him or look at him on the card. He is my dopamine. He is my medicine of curing me from depression, sadness, frustration, anger, etc. He makes everything that much better for me. He's like my idol too. I idolize him. Not over God, but he is my video game idol. He's just that precious to me. And I really, really love him. And no one can take that away from me. I will defend my heart out for this little guy. Obviously, There's plenty more reasons why I love him, but I don't have enough time to talk about all the reasons why I love him in this video. I want to keep it short and simple. Basically, Victini is the greatest ever. How can you not love this little guy? And I don't intend on taking these cards, like the Pichu one as well. I do not plan on taking the card out of these little containers and packages, or whatever you want to call them, because I want to keep them in best shape as possible. You know, I don't want them ruined. I don't want no dirty fingers laying their hands on something that, you know, I don't want ruined at all. You know, I would hate for this to get ruined, because I waited almost 2 weeks for this to come in. This came, well, I waited almost a week. I waited a full week for this to come in. And this came from Wichita. And the game came from Houston, Texas. These were both worth the money that I spent for. Absolutely. These two things right here have made it so much better for me. You know, Victini, obviously, because he's my favorite video game character of all time, favorite Pokemon of all time, favorite mythical / legendary Pokemon of all time. You know, he's just as good as my all-time favorite video game series, which says so much. Nothing has been able to top Gran Turismo. Victini is obviously the closest by a long shot. And Pokemon Black, well worth it. It's very long. I love long games because it keeps me busy. You know, I'm not going to get bored of it. It could provide a good challenge. Doesn't have to be at the beginning, doesn't have to be in the middle, doesn't have to be in the end. It can happen anywhere. Well worth the money that I got for this game for 19 bucks for brand new condition for a game that came out in 2010. Absolutely well worth it. I would highly recommend getting this game. I can't get Victini because of the Liberty Pass and I don't have Nintendo Wi-Fi, but that does not stop me from loving this game, because this is really a fun, challenging, and somewhat kind of stressful game to deal with. So, this is what I really wanted to show off finally and talk about him. I know I've mentioned them in a couple of my other videos that I have made, but I wanted to get it out here and make it its own video at some point, and I'm glad I made it tonight. But Victini will forever be the greatest to ever live. He will always be number one. Does not matter what the circumstance is. Pokemon Black is probably my favorite Pokemon game I've played so far. It is my fourth one. Played Pokemon Blue, Pokemon Scarlet, and Pokemon Violet. So I hope to get more Pokemon games in the future and more Pokemon cards as well. So that's really all I've got in this video. This is another discussion video, really. And I hope you guys like the new setup that I've got for these discussion videos. I think it looks solid. It's better than having me pull out a suitcase, using the chair, turning off my fan when it gets warm in here, and the Rubik's Cube. You know, I personally like this a lot more. Yeah, you're not seeing my whole body, but what you really need to see is me talking, and need to see my face clear as day, so you know what I'm talking about. You know, it makes it better for recording purposes that it's not zoomed out. When it's zoomed out, it can be harder to visibly see. So I love this setup a lot. But anyway, that's all I've got in this video. So if you guys did enjoy this video, please be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, hit up that notification bell so you guys can get notifications when I upload a video, or very rarely post on the community tab. Follow me on Twitter at Solar or Rising Flame 2011. Be sure to do everything I just said. It does help out a lot. I always appreciate support and feedback. So, with that, this is NLW saying, catch you guys in the next one.